Hey guys, it's Eagle, and welcome to my channel's first series. And as you can see, I've been playing through the Nomifactory mod pack. I've been playing modded Minecraft for a long time, but never really tried anything with GregTech. It seemed too challenging for me, but now I'm wanting to take you guys along the ride with me as I learn what this pack is all about. The reason I chose Nomifactory was mostly because in doing some research on GregTech, many players said that this was one of the easier packs out there. And assuming all goes well, I may make the plunge into other Minecraft challenge less expert mod packs that exist. But we'll see how that goes. Who knows? But with all that out of the way, without further ado, let's get right into the world. All right, spawned in underneath the bridge. Okay, so all right. Well, before we begin, I want to make a few things clear about this series. This is in no way a guide or a how-to on GregTech because I have no idea what it is that I'm doing, and I just want to learn and take it slow with my progression. So, if you are a seasoned GregTech player, this may not be, the series for you, but that's whatever. I'm mostly doing this to see the progression from somebody with almost no experience in GregTech to hopefully somebody who knows their way around the mod. But of course, I'm always looking for tips from you guys, so don't be afraid to help me out if I'm missing something down in the comments. Right, so obviously, as you can tell, I did turn on a little bit of eye candy for you guys with the shaders and the texture pack. Not sure if it's going to be here to stay, as there may be some bugs that we encounter. But till then, I think it looks pretty good. Well, here we are on top of a tree. Whole lot of stuff to do now. A little bit overwhelming when you first jump in. But seems like a pretty decent area to start. Things look pretty calm so far. Basically to start, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and let's look at the quest book, see what we got going on here. This is pretty cool. I like that. Okay. Its own little menu. Okay, so we got a lot of little things to go through. I don't think we'll be getting through any of these anytime soon. I guess Genesis would be the start. Okay, so it's got a pretty good quest book. Um, I know a lot of mod packs once you like complete certain quests, it'll open up more. So I'm sure this won't be any different than that. But overall, it looks pretty good. So I guess the plan of action is to collect some basic supplies, some food, some wool for a bed, and find a place to settle temporarily. So I'm gonna spare you from watching me punch some trees and getting some basic stuff. But hopefully we come back, we find some place cool to settle, and we can go ahead and get started on task number one. All right. Well, I think we found a nice spot to kind of settle down for the time being. Nice and flat. Lots of stuff around, some animals, not too far away from spawn. We look here at the map. I'm right here. I think we spawned in somewhere around down here. So we're not too far away. I saw what looked like a flat spot, and I was like, let's definitely go hang out in here. Kind of in the shadow of this building. It's actually kind of cool. But anyway, the reason I picked this spot is because it's nice and flat and it's kind of centralized. And I didn't really want to do we'll save the repurposing of some of these buildings for later on once we have a little bit of a nest egg and some stuff saved up and some resources. But right now, I did knock down a little bit of wood and I got some seeds to plant. So I think we got to do first off is make ourselves a hoe and just go ahead and get some wheat going right away. Um, I know this may not be the most efficient way to go about doing this, but it's what I know, and I know for sure it'll give me some worms. I know for sure it'll give me some food for the time being. So go ahead and do that. Earlier we get this started, the better. I always feel like. So we'll get these cows going as well later on. It may not harvest all these, but we'll see. Let's get the seeds planted. Start this way. Sure, we'll get more. All right, what do these worms do? Now you can hit U and it'll kind of show you. Oh, doesn't have anything here. Can we place them? Oh, you can. What do they do? Oh, I assume they help keep things nice and fertilized. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spam click these guys then. It's kind of cool. I've never seen that before. Interesting. All right. Well, very dark here. Sunset. I guess I did dilly-dally a little bit too much. All right, we got to go find. We're gonna have to find some sheep at some point. But I did kind of want to look at the quest book. I feel like there was some stuff in there that looked important that I didn't really check into. Um, I haven't gotten any quests completed yet, which makes me think that I need to do something specific. So I think I'm gonna do. It's already nighttime, and I don't have a way to get a bed yet. Probably just gonna have to slum it through the night here. We're just gonna go ahead and dig into this wall, and we'll see. Okay, we'll just box ourselves in here and check the quests. Okay, Genesis, Nomifactory. Okay, good, good. Okay, so basically this is just I don't have to do anything for this one. I just got to check mark it, and it'll give me some diamond mining hammers. That seems kind of OP, but I'm not gonna ask any questions. I will take it. Okay. Well, okay, so I did open up some quests, and now we have a diamond mining hammer. Mine's in a 3x3. Very nice. Okay. Well, interesting. We got 4 of those bad boys. I think we'll probably want to save those. I wonder why they gave us 4. Got a prospector scanner. Okay, cool. So we can kind of pinpoint some ores for us. Can we click them? Perfectly. Very nice. I like that. Okay, cool. So we have a way to find some of the ores we were going to need specifically, or in a more specific way in the early game, so we don't have to be kind of running around like we don't know any better. Okay, that's good. Well, because it's nighttime and I have no way of staying alive, I'm probably just gonna wait it out in this hole. I don't really have anything to do yet. First thing in the morning, I want to go find some sheep so we don't have to worry about the nighttime. And then check out the quest book and see what else we got to do. Okay, so it looks like the first task we got to do is find some iron. And I have done a little bit of research, and by research I mean I've watched others play Greg Tech packs, so I kind of know what veins are iron veins: limonite, vanadium, gold, magnetite. Okay, pyrite. Okay, cool. So we need to look for those things in our prospector, I assume, and then we can go find those and get a nice supply of iron going. But not gonna do that yet. We're gonna wait till it's daytime and we have a bed and maybe a little bit of a food situation going as far as meat's concerned. But till then, I'm gonna hang out in this cave until daylight. All right, and we are back. So got a couple furnaces and a bed now. Went on a little bit of an adventure to go find some wool, and unfortunately, I didn't find any sheep, but I did find some flax, which when you break it, you get some string, and I found enough to make myself enough wool for a bed. So we're good there. Found some other animals and cooking up some food right now to get me started. And I think the plan now, if we look at the quest book, is we need some iron. So let's go ahead and check our prospector scanner here and see what kind of ore veins we have. It looks like we have a lot here. And if I remember correctly, one of the ones that has iron is magnetite, and it looks like we are right above a magnetite vein. So I think what we're gonna do now is go ahead and dig down, um, find a spot here. I'll probably just dig into the side of this wall down here and find ourselves some magnetite because I think we're gonna need a lot of iron in the future. So I'm probably gonna clear out as much of that vein as I can for the time being, and I'll get back to you guys once I get a lot of that iron, and we'll see what we can do from there. Rest through the quest book. All right. Well, nighttime again. Finished our little bit mining adventure. I'll go back down there off camera and get the rest of that magnetite because I have a feeling we'll never run out of iron. We'll never have a we'll never not need iron, I should say. So I'm sure I'm gonna want to go down there and get as much of that as I possibly can. Right now, I'm smelting a little bit of that coal ore that I got. That's literally right below us, just before the magnetite vein. So I'm kind of smelting that up so I can start making some torches and feel a little bit safer during the night. We don't have to worry about all the monsters um, all over. Okay. So, um, since then, I also built this crate for the storage crate. They have really, really good storage. I think this is going to be what we're going to use for the most part as far as our storage needs are concerned, because I mean, this is pretty good. It does take 4 chests to craft it, but I think just the fact that it's almost like it's a double chest in a one spot, I think that it's worth it to just use the storage crates. Um, and in this version of Minecraft, you can't put the chests right next to each other unless you do the trap chest, regular chest thing. I don't really have any want to do that yet, so we're just gonna go ahead and use these storage crates, I think, for right now. Smelting up a little bit of coal, like I said, because I want to get these magnetite veins or these magnetite ores going. I think I'll build a couple more furnaces. So let's go ahead and do that. Um, I did see when I looked in the quest book that there are um, more furnaces in this pack. So I think I'm going to smelt these and then I'm going to immediately turn these furnaces into. Um, oh, it's going to smelt the coal. Whatever. Okay. Well, you smelt the coal. I'm immediately going to turn these furnaces into iron furnaces, and then we're going to go find ourselves a copper vein in the form of a chalcopyrite, I believe, or chalcopyrite vein. I think there's some nearby. We can get some of that, and then we can turn these chests from an iron furnace into a copper furnace, which will double the amount of fuel we can store, double the amount of things we can smelt, and it's just generally really fast. So that's going to be something that we're going to be working towards. Um, so we're coming along a little bit. I got a couple stacks of iron smelting up. I think that it's a pretty good start. We can start smelting all that up, and then we can start progressing through this quest book. Now, one of the things that I want to get done as soon as possible, from my knowledge, is this batch crafting quest. I think it's some kind of store or some kind of crafting table that allows you to put your tools in there, your Greg Tech tools in there. It just makes generally crafting with those tools a lot easier. So we're gonna want to make bunch of those as soon as possible. Um, and once we get this iron and wrought iron quest completed, we'll be able to see what we need for that. And I believe all we need for that is to just take the iron that we do smelt and then resmelt that back again into wrought iron, and then we'll be able to complete the quest. So, um, got a good amount of iron already cooked up. I don't want to do all of it, so we'll just smelt the exact amount that we need. I think we should be good there. We'll take the rest of this iron and put that in here, and then once this is done, we'll go ahead and smelt the iron into wrought iron, and we'll be able to complete that quest. All right, finishing up that wrought iron. Looks like we should be to go. Do we complete that quest? Looks like we did. All right, so got our iron, we got our wrought iron. Go ahead and claim our Nomi nickel, which we can use to get some stuff if we don't find it out in the world. We can buy a lot of ores with that, and I think there's some other stuff you can buy as well. But that pretty much opens up a lot of stuff for us here. So there's a quest for charcoal and tiny charcoal, tool belt, and then the crafting station. This is going to be the next thing we're going to be working towards. But it looks like we can't make that until we get an iron saw. So it looks like, firstly, some starter tools. Yeah. First thing we're going to want to do is get enough iron and we can craft a lot of these wrought iron tools for Greg Tech, which are going to be used, as far as I know, for almost every single crafting recipe in this pack. I think later on there will be machines that replace some of these things. I know there's a wire mill, which will probably replace the wire cutter. But for the beginning game, it looks like these are pretty useful. So we're going to go ahead and craft some wrought iron tools here. And that should make us able to make some of this crafting stations, which is going to help us just kind of clean everything up. But before we do that, one thing I want to do before any of that, because I know we're going to be needing it, is to turn all of these regular furnaces into iron furnaces. Take that, surround them with iron, recipe that I'm familiar with. Glad they didn't change that. Boom, and now we have iron furnaces and we have a quest complete. Perfect. Cool. So, that's kind of the main gist of this mod pack. It's just kind of following the directions, just going through and working your way down. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and probably gonna want to smelt a few more wrought iron, although it said 12, so I assume 12 is all you needed to do everything you needed. But I'm gonna go ahead and just put 16 more iron in there and smelt a little bit more of this iron. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, here we go, and we'll just smelt the rest of our magnetite we have, and we're gonna have to obviously go get some more magnetite before we can proceed. But get this wrought iron ingot going that we can craft a lot of these tools. I have a feeling we're gonna need some more sticks for that. Okay, so let's go ahead and go in here. Wrought iron hammer. It looks like it's just gonna be the wrought iron and a stick. Okay, good. We got a hammer. Good. And a file. Gonna be 2 plates. Oh, it's the plates, not the ingots. Very cool. Now we got a file. Okay, cool. That's 2 of them. Now we need a saw, which needs another 2 plates, and the hammer and the file. So you can kind of see here what we're going to be working with, how every kind of recipe um, needs the tools to create. And it doesn't consume them, but it takes some durability when you're crafting with them, which I think is a really, really cool concept. But I can see where getting the machines to kind of automate this stuff and make it a little bit more efficient for you will be very welcome addition to my factory. Which my factory's a cave right now, but we'll get there eventually. It's all about the journey. Okay, we're just chilling right now, and then we'll start building some cool stuff. But I think right now I'm just gonna continue crafting the rest of these tools that I need to complete that quest. Continue smelting up the iron. Continue smelting up the rest of our wrought iron, which looks like it just finished. And I'll get back to you once I craft all those tools. And there we go. We have completed all of our tools, and we can collect our 2 Nomi nickels this time. All right. I think now that we have all those Greg Tech tools, we can do what we originally set out to do and craft ourselves the crafting station. We need for that. We need some planks, a crafting table. We're going to need a decent amount of wood. Couple chests. Crafting table. What else we need? Slab. Saw. Got some slabs out. And 1 crafting station. Now I think we need 4 to complete the quest, but 1's not too bad of a start. I think I'm gonna probably wrap this video up here now. This main purpose of this first one was just kind of get our feet wet, kind of get started, and get all the basic things we need before we really jump into the quest book and start completing a lot of the quests. So I think by the time the next video comes out, I will have all 4 of these crafting stations ready, and then we can really start making a dent into this quest book, do some mining, do some crafting, all that fun stuff. But for now, I appreciate you coming along for the ride. And if you enjoyed, you think you want to watch some more of it, go ahead and hit subscribe, hit the like button, and that'll be it. Peace.